Little Red Riding Hood, the path and the promise. Morning sun spills across the cottage as Red ties her crimson hood. Mother arranges bread and jam in a wicker basket on the table. Mother warns her to stay on the path and speak to no strangers. Red lifts the basket, promise in her eyes, and poise in her stance. A final reminder, the ribbon straightened, the path awaiting outside. On the doorstep, Mother tucks a stray curl and points to the forest path. Red nods solemnly, then hefts the basket with careful hands. She steps onto the lane, offering one last reassuring wave. A sparrow flashes from the eaves, stitching the air above the path. At the pine fringe, Red pauses by a mossy milestone carved with an arrow. She breathes deep as the breeze stirs her cloak's bright edge. Dappled light paints the path. The shade whispers ahead. Resolved, she steps from sun into the forest's gentle shade. The narrow trail winds through ferns as her basket swings lightly. From behind a log, a gray wolf steps out, courteous distance kept. Red stops, clutching the handle, surprised yet composed. The wolf inclines his head politely, eyes bright with cunning. Between them, the fern fronds waver, holding the moment's breath. With velvety politeness, the wolf inquires about her errand and basket. He gestures toward wildflowers. She answers, she brings food to grandmother. He suggests a bouquet. The clearing feels briefly like a friendly stage. Red considers, then her gaze warms at the thought of a kind surprise. She kneels among buttercups and violets, arranging a careful bouquet. She holds the blossom to the light, weighing color and shape with care. At the tree line, the wolf watches from shadow, eyes calculating. She smiles at a butterfly, unaware of the watcher beyond the trunks. Quietly, the wolf turns and slips between trunks, coiling for haste. He bursts onto a hidden track, sprinting beneath close-knit firs. He clears the creek in a single bound, landing sure-footed. Thorns rake his flank as he barrels through the tight bend. He breaks into brighter light. A familiar chimney points the way. He rises on the stoop and taps the door with a curled claw. A wavering voice from inside asks, "Who is there?" He softens his tone, mimicking the girl with syrupy sweetness. Inside, the latch lifts with a weary creak, and the door eases open. Lavender lingers as he bounds in. Grandmother starts from her chair. With a swift pounce, he overpowers her against the quilted bed. He rummages the wardrobe, flinging garments in hurried disguise. Soon, he tucks under the quilt, spectacles askew on his snout. She returns to the path, bouquet resting atop the linen-lined basket. A hush falls. Unfamiliar bird calls Prickle the back of her neck. She quickens her pace, the chimney now clearly in view. She lifts a hand in greeting as the garden fence appears. Little Red Riding Hood steps inside, calling softly into the stillness. She sets down the basket, the clock's loud